We don't want federal government 6 billion for tracking grazing route in Ondo State. Akeredolu sends warning to Buhari. Hello, my wonderful people. Since they cannot have space for the Fulanis, Buhari wants to use the nation's money to buy the governors. You see the loan Buhari is already asking for. You see the loan? It's so that, you know, they can buy in more people. Don't be surprised, though. More PDP governors will soon join APC. Money is being shared, position, and they are being lured here and there to say, you will get this, you will get that. Why not join us? We are the party to beat, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of persons are selling away their birthright for a pot of porridge. As we speak, the federal government is proposing to give 6 billion to each state for grazing routes, for them to track grazing routes in their states. And guess what? That money goes into the pockets of the governor, untraced, unchecked, and no questions asked. It's like free money. If you ask me, it's like a bribe. Okay, but cleverly being put out in the nation's treasury so that when audit is done, they will say this was what the money was used for. Akeredolu said, thanks but no thanks. In Ondo, we don't want it. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe if this is your first time. Let's get all the details. Ondo State Governor Olorotimi Akeredolu, who is the chairman of the Southern Governors Forum, was a guest on Channels Television where he spoke on issues on anti-open grazing law and other resolutions by the 17 Southern governors. Let's begin with the issue of anti-grazing law. You gave a deadline of September. How many of your states are still having issues in signing their anti-open grazing law? At the meeting, which was held yesterday, that was Thursday, this is what he did on Friday. Virtually all the states have done that. Those who have signed are almost to, those who have not signed are almost to third way gone. And those who have signed are to third. And those who have not signed have the law passed by their respective houses. Some were just trying to do the dot their T's and cross their I's. So, from what we gathered at the meeting, rightly every other state have done and have gone to work about the anti-open grazing law. We do not have any state that is left behind by the anti-open grazing law, except that we have some states who felt that they have some laws that were passed many years back, but we decided to give a deadline. Yes, we had an extended law, but we felt that those whose law should be brought to date, one or two states have had to do so, and we are going about it well. So what is the large picture of the anti-grazing law? That is the next step by the end of September, after all states have signed the bill into law. As we read from our communications, we are clear and all of us are satisfied that at the rate at which we have gone ahead on this anti-open grazing law, what we have next is to start enforcing. But we have said this, most feel that there must be a clear review system by which the law we have passed on is clearly enacted, which we quite agree. The threats we face is the same, and the existence of those who are governing are all the same. We are all being threatened. A particular way of assassination being systematically being carried out. Their means, they carry their means of livelihood. The way they carry their means of livelihood is a threat to other human beings. And so measures must be put in place to ensure that your cattle breeds in a particular way and is not dangerous to people who are living. This is what we are putting in place. The federal government has proposed to states to have 6 billion to be able to track old grazing routes in their states. We have made it categorically clear for Ondo State, where I'm the governor, we don't need the 6 billion because there have never been a grazing route. We have looked at the history of Ondo, so there is nothing to dig out. I've made it categorically clear that this is our position. So my wonderful people, there you have it. Governor Olorotimi Akeredolu, he does not miss words when he says it. No, he doesn't miss words. He may be of the same party with Muhammadu Buhari, but will not stand at the face of oppression and allow his people to be butchered like chickens. Olorotimi Akeredolu has, come to really somebody of prominence in the eyes of the people as a result of the decisions he has made of late. This is one man who has looked at what the Fulanis are doing. Unlike other APC governors that will rather pretend that nothing is happening, not Olorotimi Akeredolu. He spoke. He said it, this is not right, we don't condole it, and it should not be accepted. And he was true to his words. Not minding those he may offend in the process, no. He said this as it is, that on those states, we don't need the 6 billion for any grazing routes being open here and there. We don't need it. We don't need any 6 billion. For those who want, for a state who feels that there were old grazing routes that should be traced back. Yeah, because once you collect that money, it means that you will have to put down some people's houses. Oh, yes, because it's going to pass along the path. You have to go against the people in order, because you know what? It's blood money. Oh, you don't understand it. It's blood money. Yeah. So when you collect that money, you are signing a part to say, yes, we have grazing routes, even if there was none. You are agreeing to the terms and conditions. Once you accept that money, you have been bought over. You haven't got a choice. And whatever is said to you with regards to what they intend to get out of that money, you have to be a part of it, whether you like it or not. They would ask for the grazing, they will give you a time limit for after which they will come and they want to see the grazing routes that you have already set in place. And guess what? People's houses will be put down. People's family lands will be taken over. And then you'll be quiet and watching the people, and your conscience will make you feel free. You go about your business as if nothing has happened. You know what you've just done? You've just sold away a people. And guess what? That's why some people's family, even when they tell you that their forefathers have been governors or whatever, you see things not going well. They may seemingly have the money, but there is always one thing or the other because they've touched what they should not touch. They've done what they should not do. You see? So these are things we need to be careful about. Life is not all about money, 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 money. No, life is not all about that. All the time money? No. We need to think. We need to come into that position and that place where we come out of selfishness. Because most of those governors, like Imo State governor has received the money. They told David Umar they has received 6 billion, where Garuba Shehu said they've also given David. David rejected. He said, no, I did not receive any 6 billion. These are all lies. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. God bless you. Bye for now.